Paydirt TV. I'm Nic Piper. Today I'm joined once again by Nic Matich, Executive Director of Heavy Minerals Ltd. Nic, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us again, Dominic. Appreciate it.
Nic, the results have started to flow from that drilling programme you conducted at the end of last year, and looking at the grades, the widths, where it is from surface, it's fair to say it's an immediate success story.
Oh, we're all pretty happy about the results. You know, we've got some cracking grades. You know, more often than not from surface, great depths. You know, up to 20 metres depth in some places, especially on the eastern border of the frontal dune. So we've found discovered a heavily mineralised sand package along that dune, which is up to 200 metres wide in some instances, over a kilometre long. You know, that's analogous to some of the deposits nearby, such as GMA and RDG. You know, they are low-cost operations from both a CapEx and OpEx perspective. So, we think we've, really hit the ground running here.
I suppose that's the thing, isn't it, about a Garnet project like this Port Gregory project that you're talking about, that ideally you want to be low CapEx, low OpEx, so it's simple mining, simple operations, and you can get a development story quickly. Is the shallow nature of those intercepts really encouraging in that regard? Oh,
it's fantastic. I mean, it's exactly what you want. You don't want to be digging down with a lot of overburden. Although it's a valuable product, it's not gold. You're not looking at, a couple $1,000s a gram or an ounce, whatever gold is at the moment. We're talking 300 US a ton. So you don't want to be moving a lot of dirt to get to the pay dirt, so to say.
Yeah.
So having a lot of our mineralisation from surface is a really positive thing going forward. Which is something that's going to be explored in the scoping study, which we plan to kick off in Q2 this year.
You mentioned the Garnet grades. Obviously, you want to see more, but compared to the exploration target that you set when you listed, they seem to be a lot higher than they were in that exploration target.
Yeah, look, we've been really pleased with that as well. It was a bit of a surprise. We have been seeing the average Garnet grades approximately 1.5 times that of the of what we used in the exploration target. So we're seeing them reporting through visual microscope scanning of between 65 and 75%. And to boot, we're seeing 10 to 20% ilmenite on average as well. So that wasn't used at all in the exploration target. So there's the potential there for it to be a byproduct or as an addition to the actual final end product for the Garnet. So very excited about that, and something that we plan to explore thoroughly in the coming months.
You say you plan to explore. What's the plan from here? Have you got more drilling to do? Can we expect to see a resource soon?
Yeah, so we're planning to release the JORC resource at the end of March, very early April at the latest, I think. So basically, end of Q1. In terms of follow-up drilling, we've identified that mineralised package on the eastern side of that dune. So that will be that's been identified as a perfect target for follow-up drilling to increase the confidence of that. And not only that, we're working on some land access agreements at the moment to go after some of the more greenfields locations that we've identified for chasing.
I know you've got quite a big package down for your largest landholder in that tenement holder in that district.
Yes.
Do these results give you a better idea of what you might be dealing with on that greenfield side as well?
Yeah, it gives us an idea of, it's sort of a great way to target, where we are now is a good indicator of where we should be looking. Not only that, the passive seismic work we've done it's allowed us to understand, as a first pass, we can use that as a base measurement of basement depth to see if, where we initially target, is there going to be enough sand there to, potentially be economic? So we'll be using that as an indicator as well. So, once we get access to some of these spots, we're going to, get the ball rolling there.
Yeah. Just give us a little bit of a reminder of the Garnet market and how it sort of works and how that might fit into your market and studies might fit into your development plans.
Yeah, so at the moment, the USGS has just released their latest market data from 2021. Pricing's increased 30% year on year into the US. World demand is still around the 1 million tonnes per annum. Shortfall still, per our initial studies, which is around, looking at a shortfall starting around 2024 and, really widening out till 2030. So that actually works very well for us because, looking at where we are placed now going forward, if all things line up and we get to development, that's sort of when we're looking at potentially getting out there and producing, supplying product. With the scoping study, which we're planning, that will allow us to then start looking at offtakes depending, on what mineralogy we've got the sizing of the garnet, whether we've got coarse, fine, the whole lot. So there's a lot there to look at, and should keep us pretty busy for the next couple of months. And conversely as well, will allow us to give the market a lot of news, which I think should keep investors and potential investors on the hook.
So let's have a look at what that news will be then. So we expect the results out in the next couple of months and then a scoping study from there?
Yes, that's the one. Scoping study kicked off Q2. Metallurgy results will be somewhere in there as well. We've got metallurgy results due for Inhamban probably around the same time as the JORC. And there's again the scoping study, not sure, depending on how long that takes, can be up 8 to 12 weeks. So that's sort of latter half of the year.
Nic, it's been a tremendous start of the year for the company, and it looks like you've got plenty in front of you. So hopefully we'll catch up again in a couple of months and hear about that resource and how that scoping study's gone.
Most definitely, and hopefully I've got as big a grin on my face as I do now.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.